Okay, it's ready.
Okay, welcome to our talk show, guys.
Welcome.
I'm Maya.
And I'm Nay.
And this is
Tipsy Tea Talk with
Sugar
and Spice.
So, Nay actually has a podcast that she does every Sunday. And it was actually great. Like, it turned out great. It had good reviews and things like that. And I was just kind of like, maybe you should go visual with it so that people can see and kind of, get the feel of it, get the looks. Because people make facial expressions that you can't see over the podcast. So we decided to do this talk show.
Check out the podcast, okay?
Yes.
It's Two Girls, No Cup Podcast. That's the name of it. I'm going to say it again. Two Girls, No Cup Podcast. On all major platforms, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Podbean.
All of them. It's really good. It's really good to listen to.
Catch up on the episodes. Leave the feedback. We go back and review the comments. Mm-hmm. And if there's anything that y'all want us to address either on the talk show or on the podcast, let us know. We'll be happy to go over all topics. There's nothing off limits for our platform.
Right.
We are open about everything. And if you want our opinion on it, drop a comment. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe to both. To both. Okay.
We really wanted this channel to kind of be more on relationships, just because we have different opinions on a lot of things. And we look at relationships differently, and I kind of see like how these relationships are kind of like going to shit. I was trying to say it in a nicer way.
It is what it is.
But it's like I can learn from things because I'm the single one, and I know that other people can learn from things. So this is kind of where I wanted to come. That way I can kind of express how I feel and get how you guys feel as well.
Right. If you haven't catched on yet, it's called Tipsy Tea Talk for a reason. So make sure you get a glass. It's a sparing off in here, but you can drink whatever you like: wine, daiquiris, whatever. Get you a glass of wine, get you a bottle of beer, whatever you drink. Get your drink, sit down,
and tune in with us. Every week we're going to load up new content for you guys. So we're definitely going to be here, but you do need a drink. Because we're going to be going into depth. Okay.
We're going in deep. That's what this is for. The difference between this and the podcast, for those who would want to know, is the podcast we talk about a lot of issues in one episode. And so we don't always get to address all the comments and all the questions while we're actually live on the podcast.
So here we're going to have 2 topics per show, okay? And we are going to go into depth on each topic.
Exactly. So that we can get all the questions and comments out in the open, and we can address it, because sometimes the answer changes if the situation changes. So if you're in a different situation, even though we talked about it briefly overall, if you're in a more detailed situation, you want our advice, we have the platform now to address
and
those.
Let me just say this: we are no relationship gurus, so
we're not experts.
Right. It's not gonna work for everybody.
This is just our opinion.
Don't apply what we say to your relationships, because at the end of the day, we all have different opinions on things. Cause I know
I'm not responsible for y'all relationship.
And a lot of the shit that y'all be going through, it couldn't be me.
Okay. It couldn't be me either. But we're here if you guys do want some advice, you want to know how to
you can DM us questions.
I'm going to link our social media in the drop down dialogue box. Both of ours. Make sure when you're pressing that subscribe button, you go and follow our social medias. Send us your question, comments, or concerns via DM. I check mine daily.
I don't, but
I'll tell her.
I'm getting better. I'm working on it.
Send it to me and I'll send it to her.
The Lord is working on me. We're going to get there.
She's more of a Snapchat queen.
I am. So y'all can Snapchat me your questions and I will definitely check that.
I'm more of an Instagram, Twitter queen. So check out the podcast. Also has a page that I'll drop Make sure that y'all share it. We appreciate it.
Y'all, I'm a guest on there a lot.
She's a guest on my podcast a lot. The name was a play on the Two Girls One Cup video that went viral like years ago. Because I'm a female, obviously, and I will have female guests on there. We're gonna start in a female-oriented way. I wanted a place where I can address the issues within the female community and figure out how we can grow and build and learn from each other's mistakes and each other's experience. Sometimes you don't have to go through it yourself. Sometimes you can see how it affected them and know that you don't want it for yourself.
Right.
So that's what this platform is for. Don't get it confused with we're giving out expert advice. We're just telling you for us. This is how it worked out. So I wouldn't recommend you taking this path because it's gonna.
Please don't, because let me tell y'all, I am the single one out of us two, and let me tell y'all, and it's by choice, because I am at the state to where I want to work on me so that I can be better for my men. Okay. Yes. But what I'm saying is, they know from experience of being around my relationships that. The ultimate goal is for us to be able to be in tune with ourselves.
And each other. It's not okay to let your friends go down the wrong path.
Right.
Speak up, say something. Hey, you're not normally acting like yourself. You're not normally, you wouldn't normally do that. You wouldn't normally say that.
Like, what is it about him that's making you act like that? Exactly. Or you wouldn't accept that from somebody else, so why are you accepting it from him?
It's okay as queens for us to fix each other's crowns without minds falling off. You know what I'm saying? So let's learn how we could come together and build with each other.
And I feel like in the dating world, a lot of women bring down other women instead of giving them constructive criticism.
It's not a competition. Everything is not a competition, sis.
Can
it's
we
a room at the top for everybody.
Right. Please stop saying like, oh, you dumb for doing that. Instead of saying that, just say like, hey,
maybe you should have tried this.
Thank
instead.
you. Thank
Give
you.
a healthy alternative instead of just looking down your nose at somebody. Give them an alternate they didn't know that they think they take. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people do stuff because they feel like that's the only option. And so when you present them with an alternative option, they
didn't even know it was available. Right.
They may not have known any better. Some people don't know any better. Some people are really winging it and figuring it out on their own, trial and error.
And we literally was just talking about this last night because I was telling Nate that, like, for me, I've always been around relationships. So, like, my parents were married. My grandparents have always been married. My aunties and uncles have always been married. So that's what I have seen. My sister's been married for 11 years. Like, my brother is not married, but he's been with his girlfriend for 8 and 9 years. So it's like, that's all I've ever been around. And as far as Nate, she said she hasn't seen marriages and things like that. She's seen the opposite. So what works for me is definitely not gonna work for her.
What I've seen is women who are too strong, women who are making the same common mistakes that are not working out. And what I've seen is good examples of what not to do. And sometimes you have to learn in reverse. If they're showing you what not to do, then that also lets you know that what they didn't do, you should probably try to do.
Right.
So I had to kind of learn things in reverse. So what we do is we give each other advice based on where we come from.
Exactly.
Because our different experiences have given us these different opinions. I take her advice, she take my advice.
She literally is like I'm the one who's always telling her like, Nay, maybe you should look more into long term, and she's telling me like, maybe you should just date. So it's like we balance each other off, because I always, when I go into a relationship, I'm automatically thinking long term, and that has not worked out for me. So
I'm more of the free spirit, go with the flow.
And I'm more of the structure, like I want everything to play out just like that, and I know that it doesn't, which is why I said I'm taking time to learn me. I'm taking time to work on myself, because I know at the end of the day I can't control everything.
For me, my life has taught me that no matter how hard you plan, very few things are going to actually go that way. Right. So what's the point of even planning in my mind? Mm-hmm. And so I don't. I have a list of things I need to get done. I try to give them a day and a time to get them done. But I'm always flexible with myself, because things come up, things happen. I change my mind a lot. You have to give yourself
I'm
say
the hard
no.
one on myself. Like, if I plan to have something done in a time frame and I don't, instead of being like Nay, saying like, oh, it's okay, we'll just push the time frame back a little bit. I'm always like, no, you should have got it done then. Like,
I used to be like that, but then I realized that the more I tried to force the time frame, the more life would say, "Ha ha." Nah, exactly. So I just stopped. There's no point in me strictly planning everything by a planner, because how many days did I actually go by my planner?
Right.
Out of a 7-day week, probably one. So if that's the case, what's the actual point of me wasting my time sitting here planning out when I could just go with how life wants me to go? Instead of fighting against life, sometimes you have to go with it.
Right.
Not saying that you can't change the outcome, but I mean, you catch more, what is it? You catch more honey with bees. What is it?
Girl, I have never heard that.
It's a country saying. You catch more something.
How's a country and I ain't heard it? So I just want to dive right in, and I feel kind of attacked. I feel attacked because she wrote this down. I feel like she was personally talking to me. But the question is, why do we choose bad boys?
Why bad boys or hood niggas, whichever you prefer? Why? If you know what category they're in when you meet them, why even allow them in your space to waste your time? That's the question. Because I always see like bad boys with like really good girls, and they're just sitting there all cute and pretty and stuff, and he's out here, motherfucker.
Y'all, she talking about me. I'm just saying.
He out here
she's talking
just
about
finished
me.
doing a drive-by. You know what I'm saying? Got a court date coming up in a few months, and I'm just trying to figure out why? Because you know what he gonna do, right? We all know hood niggas and street niggas do the same thing, right?
Okay, let me say. My thing is, I'm trying to figure out how to explain it.
Take your time now.
For some reason, they always approach me. I'm just saying. For some reason, it's always they approach me. I never want to be
Why do you say yes when they approach you? Just because they approach you don't mean you gotta give them your number.
Let me say, for some reason, they
You're
always
intrigued by them.
I think for me, and I'm learning this about myself as time go on, I have a healing spirit, okay? So what that means is I feel like I attract damaged people, and then I automatically think that I can fix them. And in the process, I end up damaging myself.
I used to be damaged, and I used to attract damaged because I was damaged.
And I think it's the opposite for me. Because
I had so many things to work on myself. Other people will often be in the same space as me. Like they would have mom issues or daddy issues or something like that was causing big friction. And when you grow up without that structure, without those pivotal people in your life, you kind of have a hard time finding your way. So I always used to meet people who would be in similar situations with at least one parent. And so I had to figure out how to move past that, because that wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I knew that I needed.
Right. And so for me, everybody that I have dated have always had mommy issues. And that's the opposite for me, because I have a great mom. So it's kind of like, how am I attracting people who have mommy issues?
Maybe you're meant to be a mom.
Girl.
If she's a daycare, just tell her that.
Right. If I'm a daycare, then just say that.
No, seriously.
But no lie. I may have had only one boyfriend like in the past who had a mother figure. Well, his mom was around. She was a great mom. But anybody other than that I have dated have always had mommy issues.
I've dated people that always had moms. It was their dad, and they were using their dad as an excuse for their
actions,
flaws, whatever they were doing. They would just say, "Oh, because I didn't have nobody to show me otherwise." But my thing is, a lot of people don't, including me. But that doesn't make it okay to walk around treating people like that. I'm not the nicest person, but I'm not gonna go around disrespecting people for no reason either. Like, you have to find a happy medium. You have to find a balance. You don't need to go around being a bully just because you saw a bully. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that person that turns into their abuser, those are the type of people I normally meet. And so for a while, I stopped dating my type altogether because it was something about them and me that was the perfect storm every time. Every
Toxic.
time.
Toxic.
Okay? I was a hurricane, they was a tornado. Do you understand? And boom, we met at the same time and spun all our shit up, okay? And I had to realize that it was something in me. Yes, they kept coming to me, but it was something in me that would still know that they in that category and still let them waste my time. Because at some point, just because someone comes to you doesn't mean you have to give them your number. You can say bye.
And that's where I am at in life, people. Like, I was just telling Nay, like, last night, like, I'm single by choice. Let me just say that. So it means that I do get DM'd, I do get, Facebook message and things like that. But I'm content with me. Like, I'm content with learning about myself, just because I know when my man that God is sending me, I know when he comes that I want to be able to give him just as much as he's giving me.
I'll say this, and I say this all the time. You probably heard me say this so many times. When women just meet somebody and fall in love, the stuff you put up with is a lot less. But when you meet someone and you say, I'm gonna love them, or I'm gonna be with them, or you plan your life with them, you tend to tolerate more because you've already painted that picture and you don't want that picture to go away. So you're constantly trying to hold on to keep whatever picture in your mind you created, which leads you to put up with more shit than you should have.
Right.
And so this platform is our way of digging deep
and trying to figure out why you painting
so that
picture.
We can change this and get the men that we deserve. I'm not single though. I was looking for something different because I was tired of dating the same type. So I was in the same roadblock she's in now, where I was just like, you know what? I said, I'm moving to a new place. Perfect reason. New place, new me, new attitude, new life. I came to Texas 4 years ago and have yet to ever look back. I said, I'm not dating the same type. Right. I'm not doing the same things I used to do. I'm not going to be the same way I used to be. It was a complete life makeover when I came here. And the fact that everything here was new, I had to learn this, I had to learn that. We had no one here that we knew. So that makes you want to get out of the box and meet people. And so I would do that at work. Coincidentally, I met my boyfriend at work. And also,
she met me.
My best friend. We're like chocolate and vanilla. That's what I call us all the time. I knew that my type wasn't ultimately going to be able to give me what I want. We all want the hood nigga or the street nigga that got a heart, that, you know what I'm saying, sweet on the inside. That, let's be honest, most of them do not have it.
So let me tell you,
most of them cannot become a husband that you
right.
need.
Let me just say though, that's not
there
all
are
I
a few.
Date. That's not all I date. Honestly, I have dated like outside of that, and you know that.
Have you ever dated an ugly person before? Yo, have you ever dated an ugly person and got played by them?
I haven't.
I've never felt more disrespected in my life.
I haven't because
I was like, you know what? Let me stop. Maybe looks don't matter. Maybe my nigga an ugly nigga. God just don't know how to tell me. So I said, fuck it. When an ugly nigga waste your time, you just feel even more disrespected. I'd rather be played by somebody attractive than to let this motherfucking dog-faced nigga run around treating me like shit.
I have not dated anybody.
To
me, I haven't dated anybody ugly. He might be ugly to you, but because I know I'm not.
I've dated somebody who was ugly to me, and we ended up just staying friends with benefits during that time because I was not going to be staying in public with him. Shout out to him though. Zero fucks given. I didn't say a name. I could put a name on it.
You don't.
Oh, okay. I don't give a
I have not dated anybody that was ugly to me just because I know, like, I'm not the baddest bitch in the world, but I know I'm cute as shit.
Baddest bitch.
Like, I know I'm cute as shit, okay? So that means I naturally attract other attractive people, I guess. I don't know.
I don't think we brought enough of these over here. I'm trying to sip slow and it's not working.
I'm done. I'm definitely done because we dive right in and it kind of like.
Okay. Oh, you already know how I'm coming. I'm blunt.
But
and I'm
the question
to the point,
is, why bad boys? I think for a lot of women, it's
something sexy about them. What is
it's
it?
something sexy.
It's something attractive about them.
I
when
don't
you know that
know.
they're gonna waste your time. What is it?
I think it's the thrill.
I think
you know how a lot of people be like, oh, it's the feeling that comes with it. I think it's the rush that comes with it. Let me just say, because
living life on the edge, baby.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Because for me, like, I ain't never had no just crazy shit like that. Like,
what the hell was you doing at a court date?
See, this is what I mean.
Because certain people like her, you just be like. He took you where?
Right. And
like
I was so
she tried to hide it from me for so long. Bitch, where the hell you at? I'm that friend because where is my precious cargo? I told you when you drove off you needed to take good care of her. But she been going for a long time. And where she at? But she don't answer the phone, something going on. I know that. Oh, he took me to we just getting out of court. Court? Baby, I don't even go to court. What the hell are you doing there? I know it ain't for you. I know. I know.
Let me just say I have grown up, okay?
Yeah, we have got to leave them at the gas stations we found them at. Where did you meet him at?
Just don't even ask.
Because I had questions from Jump Street. I had to just ask her, where did you find him? Like, did you make a wrong turn through fucking the hood or something? Like, she had to have because.
Let me just
or was
say
he temporarily in an upscale neighborhood or something? Like, where was he?
Each person that I have dated has taught me something new about myself.
He should taught you that court is not for you.
Girl. He taught me that for one, I found out that I'm a little too nice, okay? So, there's nothing wrong with being nice, people, but sometimes you can be a little too nice and people take advantage of that. Not saying that they know that they're taking advantage of it. They've never had that, so when they get something like that, they run with it, okay? So, it's like, he taught me that I was too nice in cases, and not that he knew that he was taking advantage of my niceness, but like I said, he's never had that. So when I was giving it to him, he was steady taking.
Givers have to set limits because takers never will.
Right.
I say that all the time.
And like I'm gonna say again, because if he's never had that, he won't know. So therefore, don't just be like, oh, he was fucking taking advantage of me, like, because he didn't see it like that. What he saw it as, like, oh, she's giving. I've never had anyone give to me. He's gonna take.
But also, don't feel like you have to give either. Just because he's never had somebody in his corner before doesn't mean that you have to be the one in the corner. It's the reason he's single. Right. Some people should stay there, single. So don't try to make no hoe into no husband. That's what y'all trying to do. And
let me just say, like, sometimes you just aren't that person for somebody.
And that happens.
So, in cases he needed to change and I wasn't the person to make him change. And am I upset about that? No. Congratulations to him. I'm happy, with where he at in life. Don't listen to her. I'm super proud of him with where he at in life. I'm happy for him.
Your hoe ugly. What?
Nay.
This is my show. I can say the truth. Your hoe was ugly.
Y'all.
There's that. I didn't say a name. I could say one.
No.
She doing all of that. That's good stuff. The Lord not done working with me yet. I had to say it because every time I see it, I had to unfollow it. I don't want to see that ugly ass shit when I get up in the morning. I don't know how the hell he want to see it when he get up in the morning.
Jesus
Scared
Christ.
the shit out of me. You open up your social media and the first thing you see, damn! Don't other people know they're supposed to back up from the camera? They all up in here with theirs.
Jesus.
That's rude. That's rude. Started my damn morning off on the wrong foot. This might not be strong enough.
Back to no, back to what I was
That's
saying.
why I'm Spice. So the name fits, right? Spicy. And that's why she's Sugar. Because she's still being nice to an ain't shit nigga.
Back to what I
Go
was saying.
figure.
I was just not that person for him, okay? I was just
I'll
not.
beat his ass. That's my go-to phrase anytime anybody does anything wrong to her. My always first thing is I'll beat their ass. Because I will. What?
Congrats on everything you're doing in life.
You could do better.
If you just so happen to see this video, which I doubt you will,
You could do better.
congrats. I'm happy for you.
You could do better.
And moving on.
You had better. And you fumbled the play. You fumbled the best thing you'll ever have.
Okay, next topic. Next topic, people. Because she is not going to let it go. This one is, I really want to know this, people. I want to understand.
Now
it.
I'm going to feel like she's talking personally to me.
I just want to know. I need to get an
answer.
understanding. Let me just say before I answer this question,
She don't have
I don't
any
have
kids.
kids.
I have one.
So I just want to know.
I have
Let me scoot up.
Singular, not plural. So before y'all start saying kids, kid.
Why do y'all have kids with people y'all do not see yourself long term with? Okay,
You got that out?
I got it out. Because for one, y'all end up mistreating these kids because of who their father is.
Oh.
And at the end of the day, the kids end up suffering because you got an ain't shit baby daddy or ain't shit baby mama. And I'm sick of it, okay? We need to stop this. And I think I need another drink.
This one running out, friend. Okay, let me say this. Because people with no kids always have a lot to say about people with kids. I'm gonna start.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
start there.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
First of all, you never know when shit gonna hit left wing, and you may find out at the last minute that you're
I
already
agree
pregnant.
with that. I agree with that.
In my case, that's what happened.
I agree with that.
However, if
I
I
agree
had
with that.
knew that he was gonna be as ain't shit as he turned out to be, I would have made a different executive decision. But
Here we are.
here we are. We don't know. You don't ever truly fully know somebody.
That's true. I agree.
And so
my thing is,
it's people out here who married to whole murderers, whole serial killers, whole rapists. You don't know because who they are when they walk in that door is something different than who they are when they outside.
so let me rephrase it. Okay, you have one kid, so to me, you learn from your mistakes.
Oh, you got to learn the first time.
This is for the people who
Because you
have 3
motherfuckers
or
got
4
2 or
kids.
3 with 3 baby daddies and all of them ain't shit. At this point, sis, it might be you. If the common denominator is you, then it might be you.
Might
sis.
be at this point, bitch.
It's probably 50-50. It's probably you ain't shit and he probably ain't shit. You gotta learn, because here's the thing.
She gotta put
I
a
have to
drink
put my
down.
glass down for this. Listen, here's the thing. We have to make better decisions of who we choose to allow between our legs. And
It's
who we
precious down
choose-
there, ladies. It
Right.
is precious down there, and not everybody deserves.
Not
a
every
piece.
hood nigga should be able to nut in you, sis. That's the next thing. Just because you have intercourse with them don't mean they got a nut in you. There are condoms. They
Birth
sell them at every
control.
store.
Birth
control is at
And
every
you know, I
doctor's
get it. I
office.
get it. Some people don't believe in birth control.
But they really multiplying because you gotta pick something. Either you use a condom or you go do birth control, or you have a bunch of kids that you could barely take care of with a bunch of raggedy ass baby daddies that they did. You can't read and write. Your kids can't read and write. You got cornrows in your hair. The baby got corn in his hair. Listen, y'all Section 8 popping. Stop it.
Nay.
It needed to be said. Listen, listen, I know that nobody is perfect, but you can't keep making the same wrong judgment and not realize that you are picking the wrong person. You're allowing somebody who ain't shit to come into your life and reproduce with you. We have to stop
in the end, like, the kids end up suffering because they're gonna want that other parent to be around, and that other parent just ain't shit. Like, and I'm not saying it's always men, it's mothers too.
There's plenty of ain't shit mamas out here.
So
I'll be her ass.
It's like at the end of the day, the kids end up suffering. Like,
that's my favorite thing to say.
I understand, like, as an adult, it's easier for you to get over with them being ain't shit. But as a kid, they're gonna see that, oh, little Jimmy got his mama, like, why don't I? Or little Tommy got his dad, like, why don't I? And that's something you're gonna have to continue to explain, because as a child, they're gonna understand for that 1 second and then be back the next day with the same question, because they're not getting why you decided to have kids with an ain't shit person.
No, you should have someone who's man enough. I did say man. We're not talking niggas. I said man.
Or boys.
Who is a man enough to be able to still be a father in his child's life,
no matter how he
y'all
feel about
don't
you.
Work out.
Exactly.
So if y'all have a breakup, if y'all stop talking to each other, and he don't do nothing at all, that's a sign. Because when y'all are done, he not gonna do shit. That is a sign. A motherfucker that don't fuck with their kids, if they don't fuck with you, is a sign.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge how people treat you when they're mad. Stop letting them just say, "Oh, I was just mad."
Mm-hmm.
I don't give a fuck how mad I get at her.
I'm not gonna
if
say
she
no
called
shit
me and say, "I need you," I'm stuck on the side of the road. I'm not gonna be like, I thought I said I wasn't talking.
And that's
because my love for her hasn't gone anywhere just because I'm angry. My anger is not going to supersede the love I still have for her. Anybody who could give you they ass to kiss just because you had a disagreement with somebody you do not need around you, period. I don't give a fuck what terms we ended on. If she called me and she needed something, I'm dead. That's how I am with all my friends. If anybody got my number and y'all know we close, if you call, I'm the friend that's going to pull up.
She
regardless. So it would be fake to all of a sudden not pull up when she needed me just because I'm in my own feelings. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, I wouldn't leave her stranded anywhere.
Right.
I'll be her ass if she's stranded somewhere and I find out from every Tom, Dick, and Harry except her. Let mama call me and say Maya stuck somewhere and Maya herself didn't call me. I don't give a fuck how mad she is at me. Zero.
And I'm the petty friend. Like, I'm definitely not gonna call her if I'm mad, because why the
She better send a text with her location. I don't give a fuck what she say. And she know my next message is gonna be on the way.
Right. Also, people like men. I get that there are women out here. I don't like when women try to keep their kids away from men who's trying to be fathers. Who's trying to be fathers? Please stop doing that.
Stop doing that shit.
And I know y'all probably like, oh, she don't have kids and da da da. I've seen a lot.
Stop doing that shit. Coming from a motherfucker with kids. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that shit. There's too many ain't shit motherfuckers out here for you not to appreciate a father that's actually trying. Bitch, if you want to trade baby daddies, we can.
Not trade.
Since you don't want somebody who gonna be around, let's see how you really like it alone. Stop fucking playing.
Please, and stop dogging him because
the next bitch like me might need him, okay?
Right.
So stop fucking up all the good niggas, and now we stuck with all ancient niggas.
Right.
In different categories. The fuck? Please stop. I'll beat her ass. Every time I think about it, I get mad all over again.
Y'all, like,
stop doing that.
That tears a person down when they feel like they doing everything that they can and they're trying to be a father, and you just saying it's not enough, it's not enough, it's not enough. That's tearing him down, and vice versa, because there are fathers who have, custody of their kids, and the mom is trying, but it's just not enough for you. That does not mean it's not enough for the kids.
Exactly.
Kids are a lot simpler than adults.
You cannot decide for your kid that they don't need the other parent.
Right.
That is wrong, and they're going to need that other parent. They're going to grow up, and they're going to wonder why they're not around. And when they find out that you're the reason, they're going to hate you for it.
They're going to resent you for it, for sure.
I promise you. It happened to me as a kid. Because there's no excuse why just because y'all couldn't work out doesn't mean that I don't get to have a father now.
Right.
How do you decide that for me? How? Hell no. I'll be her ass.
No, but seriously, y'all,
stop it.
I came from a household where I had both of my parents, and I am so very grateful for that. So I know when I have kids, if me and my baby father just does not happen to work out, I will do anything in my power to allow him to be in my kids' life, because I was a daddy's girl. My daddy got me any and everything that I wanted, and I would want that for my kids. So just because we're not together does not make him a bad father. He might not have been a good boyfriend or a good husband. That does not make him a bad father.
You don't know just because y'all relationship didn't work out. You don't know that he's gonna be a bad father.
Right.
You don't know that.
Right.
And if that's the case, let the kids see and decide for themselves. They are individuals.
Stop talking down about the other parent to the kids.
Stop doing that shit.
That's not
giving very much so bitter vibes.
Cool. Right.
They will find out on their own, or maybe he'll get his shit together and they won't have to find out. Right. Why do y'all want y'all kids' heart to be broken like that? Grow up. Before y'all start having kids and fucking people raw, grow up. Shower this ash. Shit. Almost blew my buzz.
Yeah, no, but seriously. At the end of the day, I feel like everybody should have one goal in mind, and that's to do best for their kids.
The child is the only thing that matters. Not who's sucking his dick now, and not who eating her pussy now.
Who he in a relationship now should not matter to you. As long as they're treating your kids with respect, as long as you, it should not matter who he is with.
I do not like I don't want any and everybody around my kids. Girl, suck my dick.
I was in a relationship with a dude and his baby mom was like that. And y'all know, like, if you know me
personally,
if you know me personally, you know I love kids. I would never disrespect anybody.
Unless they've given you reason to feel like they're going to mistreat your child, leave them damn kids alone and leave them people alone. Kids need to see healthy,
I don't want my kids being around her because I don't like her, or
why don't you like her?
Around
if you don't have a reason why you don't like her other than that she fucking your old nigga, stop it and grow up.
Right. Men do that a lot too. Men do that a lot. Oh, don't have so and so around my son.
Don't have no men around my kid. Boy, fuck you.
Please. Good fucking bye. Okay? Stop doing that.
Now, for those of y'all who don't have common sense and bring any Tom, Dick, and Harry about your kid around your kids, you need to do better. You raggedy hoe. You need to do better. Because that's just nasty and that's ghetto. Your kid do not have that many fucking uncles.
Not uncles.
They can't wait to say, oh, this uncle. Girl, them men is not them kids' uncle. And stop bringing that many people around your damn kids.
And for people who are more conservative with introducing your kids to people, it's okay. It's okay to let your kid meet who you are dating at the time. It's okay for your kid to meet your friends.
Like, it's always going to be difficult, but it's never going to be the right time. So there's no need to put it off for the right time. It's never going to be the right time. Just do it. Because the more time you waste with that person and then to find out at the end that they don't even click with your kids, you're going to be wasting 6 months to a year with somebody who is not even compatible with your kids. They don't even give a fuck about your kids. Stop wasting your time. Give them at least 3 months. If they showing you that they're a decent human being, boom, pow, your kid's here. See if they're ready to be
especially with people who have multiple kids, because all of your kids are going to have different personalities. So he might click with this one and this one not like him. You need to find out early on what the problem is and try to solve that. Because at the end of the day, if it can't be solved, you need to maybe look at him.
You need to make sure it's an open space for the kids to say exactly what they feel. Because their opinion is important. This is a person they have to deal with being around because they're going to be around you, which means that they're going to be in the house too. You don't want...
Because you can't just send your kids off every time he want to hang out with you.
That's ghetto. And nobody want to watch your kids that fucking much.
Don't do that. Because you
know that. And for y'all with 3 kids or plus, nobody's getting all 3 of them. So relax, sis. Okay? Relax.
So it's okay. It's okay to me, like, I just feel like when you guys meet, because I know when I'm planning to have kids, hopefully I'm able to make the right decision on a baby father, preferably, a husband.
goal.
Y'all, it's okay.
Start there. Start with a husband.
It's okay to talk to people and find out, first of all, do they want kids? Do they have kids? How they react around kids?
Are they good with kids? That's the first question you should ask yourself. Do they even like kids? Are they going to be a person to be like, ew, what is she doing?
Right.
What do kids do?
Or is they going to be the type of person who's all open for playing with other people's kids?
Right.
You know, you want to see that when you have children of your own, that they not just going to turn out to be ain't shit. You want to know that that person is not going to, you know, punish the kid just because they're mad at you too. So,
also,
like I said,
get to know the person. Clearly, y'all not getting to know people enough when y'all fucking them. And I want y'all to know that niggas be lying, they're sexist. I promise you, it's not all that. Listen. Listen. Good pussy not gonna keep him. A good deep throat not gonna keep him. And neither is a pregnancy test that's positive. Neither is a newborn child. So if the only reason you're going through pregnancy and labor is to try to get that man to stay with you, I want you to know that you're going to be a single mom.
That's going to make him run faster.
Stop it. There's nothing that can keep a man that don't want to be kept.
Thank you. Thank you. Women too. Women, so it's some shiesty women
Men be
out
trying
here.
I was definitely tricked.
Like,
I
let
was
me
bamboozled.
trap her. Let me
He
trap
definitely
her.
trapped me, or so he thought. He definitely did it again. He tried to trap a player. Let me tell you something.
Girl.
I'm gonna take me and my baby. That's it. That's all. And now he can't handle co-parenting. And that's how it is. Once you move on, the other person can't handle it. If you can't handle it, I don't know what to tell you.
I love to see people out here who split and they get in other relationships and that other parent accepts them. So I love to see.
Why not accept them? What do it matter? Y'all didn't work out.
Right.
Get off that man dick. Somebody else trying to sit on it, sis. Damn. Y'all selfish.
I love to see when other people can work out. You know, I love to see when all parents are present in a child's life. Please, let's normalize that, people. Let's normalize, like, letting your baby daddy be with somebody that you know is going to be good to your child, or letting your baby mama be with a man that you know is going to be a great father figure to your child, and accepting them.
Let's normalize kids seeing happy, healthy relationships.
Whether it's with a stepmother and a stepfather
or not. Let them see a healthy, happy household. Let's normalize black kids seeing a healthy household.
Because that's what they're going to want, and it just continues. It's going to continue to have happy households.
Period.
And I think we done said what we needed to say for today. Because let's leave it at that. Because people, please let's normalize happy households.
The kid suffers. The kid is the only person in y'all custody battle that's suffering.
Yep.
Period. So be the bigger person. Take their dick out your mouth and think with a clear head. If you was a kid, would you want to be put through this? Mm-hmm. If the answer is no, then do better. If the answer is yes, congratulations. You're not an ain't shit parent. You're doing something right. It's all about the kids, not the parents, okay? Stop doing it. That's ghetto.
Don't do that. We don't like that.
I don't like that. It's the upper body for me.
Well, you guys, thank you for watching. Thank you.
Cheers.
We hope to see y'all back next week.
Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe
to our channel.
We'll be here every Sunday. There will be a new episode for you guys. So stay tuned.
Bye. Are you gonna stop it now?
Yeah.
Good.
Add that up in there.
I'm definitely editing that out.